Discussion by council vote or other action on payment of bills. I would entertain a motion for the following. In general fund, $200,723.19. Water and sewer, $13,221.77 for a total of $213,944.86. With wire transfers to the library of $37,030. The school department, $1,640,127. The fire department, $243,999. The interlocal trust, which is life and health and dental insurance, $127,951.55. Retirement account, $4,500.12. USDA loan, 91-04, $2,914. And USDA loan, 91-10, $39,115. The total electronic payments of $2,095,636.67 for a total payment of $2,309,581.53. Is there a motion? Motion by Mrs. Zelinski, seconded by Mrs. Bonioli. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? All right. Aye. I'm not used to it. Oh, yeah. Next item, discussion by council vote or other action on consent agenda. Do you want me to read all of that, or do we just approve the consent agenda? It's quite long this week. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? No discussion, no, the discussion is getting moved.
So,
Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
Seconded by Mrs. O'Hara. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Ogier?
yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Vadeney?
Yes. Next item, old business, discussion by council vote or other action on assessing meetings from home, live stream via the web, tape meetings for Cox Cable and public access TV. Mr. Ogier.
Yes, so I know this has been on the agenda for a little while. So I did speak with the PEG-RI who will host the channels. We do have channel 18 on Cox. He wasn't sure what channel Verizon was just because all the state public access is on there, so he wasn't 100% sure. We do have one time slot. That time slot is...
We have some time.
Yeah, we do. It's just trying to find it. It's Friday. Fridays from 2 to 5:30, and then we have the option to select either Saturday from 11 to 5:30 or Sunday from 11 to 3:30 as a second time slot. So I didn't know what people favored. I assumed Saturday probably made more sense than a Sunday morning, but I was curious of what the council thought.
Councilor, would you mind, I don't know that we heard it down here. Friday, 3:30 to what?
5:30.
5:30?
And on Cox, it's going to be tape channel 18. Verizon, he thinks it's either 22 or 23, but as he said, with Verizon, all the state public access, all of them are on their cable network, so he couldn't pinpoint because it varies. So he believes it was channel 22 or 23, but yeah, so we have 5:30 to 3:30 to 5:30 on Fridays, which is definite. We've always had that time. It's continuing to be held for us. The other one would just be Saturday or Sunday from either 11, well, we can pick any time between 11 and 5:30 or 11 and 3:30. It's a 2-hour time slot.
So 11 to 5:30, we're looking at like 6.5 hours. The other
Or
one's
you get the big 2
No,
hours.
we get the big
You
2
big
hours.
2 hours out of that block.
Yeah, he hasn't finalized his, he says he has time available on the weekends, so we just need to let him know, but we do have the ability to get 2 time slots.
Are you looking for a preference, if there's a preference,
Yeah,
Saturday or Sunday, and what
yeah,
2
it's
hours
different.
it would be from the council?
I feel a Sunday is better only because I know a lot of parents, if the kids play sports, if not with the school recreational, it's all on Saturdays usually.
From Sunday 1:30. 1 o'clock. Sunday afternoon.
I think so.
So we could do like Sunday at 1?
Sounds good.
then I know the other thing was, I think we were waiting on some budget number or some supplies or.
We have the supplies are all in, so I'm just waiting on, just finding out when to drop it off and get it all. I have everything, we've ordered it all, so I have the DVDs and all the supplies to go with it, so. When does it have to be dropped off to the?
So he said the first time we would, I mean, you and I can
Yeah.
make it if you want, is he'll go over the form.
Yeah.
And he said probably by like the Wednesday of that first week, and then
Okay.
after that, once he's verified that the first time,
Yeah.
he can drop it off the day of,
Okay,
but just in the morning.
all right.
He just needs to make sure that we don't have any like copyright. He actually is submitting it. So,
It has to be a complete meeting, right?
yeah, please, take care. Yeah. So that's why having the second slot helps, because they'll let us know continue.
Okay. Any other discussion? Do we need action on that? David, do we need to take a vote on that or?
Are you voting to establish that time frame now? Are you voting to establish that formally now? I would take that vote.
So I entertain a motion then.
So I make a motion to, so just on the time slots?
Well, I think you already voted, did you already vote to establish this?
Well, we've been pursuing it. We've been discussing it, pursuing it.
To adopt it and set it and pay for it. Right, there's three pieces to it.
So the taping is pretty on the channel.
Oh, I thought there
It's
was
just
some
the
cost.
supplies, right?
I thought there was some
supplies.
There's some cost to
It's not the budget
supplies.
for Mr. Johnson.
Oh, then I would, Mr. President, I just suggest that you make a formal motion to adopt the broadcasting
Broadcasting on.
of the council meeting on those two dates and times continuously, as you said, either on a Friday from 3:30 to 5:30,
Yep.
and on Sundays from
1 to 3.
1 to 3.
I make a motion to adopt the live streaming continuously for Fridays from 3:30 to 5, well, to air on Fridays from 3:30 to 5:30 and on Sundays from 1 to 3.
Second.
There's a motion by Mr. Ogier and a second by Mr. Bonioli. Just for clarification, is it live streaming or is this a
No,
tape meeting?
so this would be taped,
right?
yeah.
Not live stream.
Yeah, this would be taped. We can look at live stream. Like he said, taping to get off the ground would be easier for us and a bit quicker to set up, so.
So it's tape meeting. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara? Yes. Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Vadeney?
Yes. Next item, discussion by council vote or other action on update by Municipal Building Review Task Force. You guys should have a cover letter from the task force saying that it's their recommendation to pay invoice number 18017-11 dated May 1st, 2019 to Sakosha and Associates in the amount of $2,995.20. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mrs. Bonioli, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. O'Hara, discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Vadeney?
Yes. And there's also a recommendation, payment in regards to requisition number 2, invoice number 19-9299, dated May 1st, 2019, in the amount of $166,082.83 to Calson Corp. All services have been received, and you have a copy of the requisition. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Mrs. Zelinski, second by Mrs. O'Hara. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Vadeney?
Yes. Next item, discussion by council vote or other action on appointments to boards and commissions. Number 1, Asset Management Commission. We still have a 2-year and a 3-year term, and we do have names coming forward, Mr. Zowski.
Yes, we do. We have Edward Yazbak and James Deslandis, both who have substantial histories in town that I advocate to each of those positions.
Oh, no. Absolutely, he's absolutely two outstanding job.
I would make a recommendation that Mr. Yazbek be given a 2-year term, and Mr. Zelandis with a 3-year term. That's my motion.
Second.
Particular discussion,
Discussion?
particular reason why Mr. Yazbek 2 years and James is like this, they just curious.
Gotta pick one.
Oh, Ken?
I'd like to address.
I think getting Eddie back involved is a good thing.
Okay.
And I think 2 years, we can always put him back if it's going good and he wants to continue, so.
All right, good rationale.
We gotta get through the first year.
Well, that's the easy part.
Yeah, Paul's right. Let's get it back.
So there's a motion and a second discussion. Roll call vote.
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Oshia?
Yes.
Mr. Swalenski?
Yes.
Mr. Vadeney?
Yes.
Very happy with that circumstance of the committee.
Well, we can get him up and going now.
We're doing well.
I would say.
Parks and Rec Commission, appointment by the town administrator with town council approval.
I was busy with asset management. Don't have one for you.
Okay. Juvenile hearing board, we have no need.
So we have two candidates
Oh, we
for
do?
discussion. Yes.
Okay. Item number 9, new business, discussion by council vote or other action on request to block roads for Homestead Avenue neighborhood block party. Jennifer Campbell.
Hi, good evening. Jennifer Campbell, 24 Homestead Avenue, Smithfield.
Tom Grushka, 18 Homestead Avenue, Smithfield.
Yoke of East, 20 Homestead, Smithfield.
Hi. So I wrote in last year regarding our block party. We ended up having it. It was incredible. The police department came, the lieutenant of police came, Mark Bergeron, Brian Gartland came with a fire truck. They handed out things to the kids. They stayed for an hour. They played balloon toss with our children. It was amazing. It went without cause. There was nothing really, no real things happening. We did balloon toss. We did some fun adult games. We had a lemonade truck come. It was great. We had music. We had bubbles. It was fun for all the kids in the neighborhood. This year, we're looking to just make it a little bit bigger. Last year, we only had a month in planning. This year, we have 3. So we're just looking to involve more of the community in the Homestead area, as well as opening it up all to Union Village. We're looking to get the dairy farm to do a little bit of donations and get other communities in the area to donate for food and stuff like that. We didn't have that last year. So that's what I'm hoping to do this year. And like I said, starting a little bit earlier so we can get more community involvement with, volunteering and things of that nature.
And if I can speak to the issues that were raised earlier, my phone number was on the invite that went out to the rest of the neighborhood, and none of the issues that were brought up earlier were made aware to me during the block party, and I had a meeting with the parties that had expressed disinterest and did not want the block party to happen or were concerned about issues coming from the block party. And the meeting that I had was, if there is a problem, please, here's my phone number, let me know, and I will do everything that's in my power in that moment to address the issue. So none of that was brought to me. I found out about it this evening.
And I would like to just add one thing. I've been part of the community just a few months, and I think this is a great idea to get to know the neighborhood. It's a great neighborhood, a lot of kids, a lot of friendly people. So I want to say, I hope this is possible.
We did have North Smithfield Police Department present most of the entire time last year. The fire department and the fire chief were able to come for a short period of time because it was last minute and they were working. So they couldn't stay, but they did hand out like fidget spinners and pencils, and they showed all the equipment to the kids, and it was such a good experience. This year we're looking to get the resource officers involved. Last year we tried, but it was too last minute. For the kids going into middle school that are going to see a police officer when they walk into school for the first time. So that type of stuff we would really like to do for the kids in the community. It is a turnover community. There are some older gentlemen, older women, but there is a lot of children in the neighborhood, and we're not able to see each other often, so it would be nice.
I was on the council, we approved it last year. All I heard was good things.
It was great.
I'm going to be voting to approve it again.
Brian Gartland did say he wrote in, or the fire chief did write in, just letting you know that we did, we did it. We really tried last year to make everybody happy, and I think that getting a head start this year, we can really attempt to get more people involved. Unfortunately, everybody's not going to be happy about blocking the road. It is inconvenient for 6 hours on a Saturday. I get it, but the positive
It should
impact
also be
that
noted that there are 2 other exits to the neighborhood out onto Pontoon Road.
the positive impact it had on the community last year and throughout the entire year. I mean, we went caroling this year with everybody from the other side of the neighborhood. It was just, it's great. It's been great to have that connection. And I mean, I'm only 30 years old. I'm raising 2 young boys in the neighborhood, and I'm hoping to be here forever. So I just.
When I first moved to North Smithfield, I was on White Parkway, and I heard voices singing. What is this? And I walked outside, and there were the elementary school children singing. It was a Norman Rockwell home. And Mrs. O'Hara used to facilitate that every year. I just think what you're doing is a wonderful thing, and I think all neighborhoods should start to consider doing this at some point.
Thank you.
Staggering, of course.
Thank you. Yeah,
You're
we did it
all
really small.
invited.
Yeah, yes, come. Last year was really small. We did keep it really small. We didn't really get the word out as much as we wanted to because the planning was so short notice. But this year we really are trying to get more people involved. And I think it's great for the kids. And you've been to my house, so you know the area.
Well, I played in that neighborhood, so
Yes.
I really know that. Yeah.
Well, we don't have a basketball hoop anymore, so we'll have to.
No, I haven't now. Listen, I'd like to address this. Last year, I did get complaints after about people going from the Palmdale area, trying to get onto Great Road, having trouble. And they said, isn't there a form? Perhaps we should have something made up.
I agree.
I think it's wonderful for you. See, whatever we did on summits, like how the kids were very competitive in White Parkway, it was done on both streets, and we're at dead end street. But at this point, I'm going to say, have you ever considered using the Milton playground?
So I did look into using public property, like a playground, and there are laws preventing that, from what I understand. Just because it's a community space, like a public park, you can't bring food, you know, things like that. But there would be an
We
issue
shall
with.
overcome. We've used the Chico Park.
No, we can't. We wouldn't be able to serve food to people. Like if we did like a potluck or bring a grill, things of that nature, there would be like something saying that we need a food permit to be able to cook on a grill like at a playground.
But what do you want to do? It on the street?
We want it in front of our house. So we live in the 3 houses on Homestead. That's our area. The front of the houses all have a back entrance for us to park, or for if there's an emergency, we all have back entrance. That's the space that we'd like to block off. It's our 3 homes, and that's it. And the kids all play, and Mr. Carter lives across the street. He loves it.
If the park, you get the proper leases, in that area you wouldn't have to worry. You could set up tents and have it set up in the
Yeah. Well, next year my parents just bought the lot right at the corner of O'Donnell and Getchell. So
Yeah.
next year we're planning to move it that way.
And now I know we
in their lot.
If anyone disagrees with it, they can't have it, am I right? It's just that.
I think part of the issue, we can sit there and say, well, you could go to this park or you go to that park. The whole point of having a neighborhood thing is so people can walk there and it's easy.
We had no,
Involve everyone
right,
from the
we had
neighborhood.
no
You're not
traffic
driving-
last
you're
year.
not
There was not
driving
one
somewhere.
car. Everybody
Some
walked.
particular people just don't want to be involved.
Which is fine, and
Can I
that's
tell you,
okay.
The question that I would have to the solicitor is,
You have no trouble because once they got up there, they couldn't get onto your street, it was blocked.
Right.
So people were backing up or going into people's, driveways and going down the other. And then when the other people saw the other ones backing up, again, in the driveway, a 3-point turn, and what can I tell you?
Right, no, it is frustrating and it's
But if we could have a
inconvenient.
form, if you would not even consider, and I don't want to stop it, that's why I said we're in the area, and I hope everyone there utilizes that park. I want to keep that park.
Yeah,
Kickball
I agree.
games, stuff.
It is swampy. The Arnold Street Park?
Milton?
The one on the corner?
Yeah.
It's swampy. Stuff, a lot of, yeah.
Oh, it's a high, well, so is my yard, but
Yeah.
sooner or later it dries out. I don't know what the land would be like,
Right.
but considering the way it is, and believe me, I know where you're coming from, I wasn't born to say this. If we could work something out, did you go to every house, like living these? On the other end next to O'Donnell, in that area?
Did we deliver?
Well, just to say who you are. and-
Yep. So
Because
we-
last year was kind of like, some people didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, we got signatures from most of the neighborhood. There was 53 houses in the neighborhood, and we have over half. So, I mean, they do know us, and I mean, they walk through our area, and everybody knows us. The invitations were delivered house to house last year. This year, we do plan, again, to start much earlier. address
You haven't
concerns
delivered
early.
any?
We need approval first, no?
We didn't want to deliver invitations without approval from the town council.
I don't want to invite to apply here, you don't have.
I-
The question to the administration is if we close that street down, obviously we need to check with police and fire to get that done. And the liability goes to,
I don't know how much response time is going to be hindered by that.
There certainly are complexities. I do know that fire and police were aware last year, and there were no issues with that closure. As is stated, there are other outlets for this. It's hard to perfect it.
Oh, I know.
It's absolutely impossible to perfect it. You're going to make a lot of people happy, you're going to make a few people unhappy, no matter what you do here.
So just a full